Hey guys, Drifter here. Today I want to talk about the Master Overwatch Fallacy. This has to do with the Master Overwatch app, which is the most popular stat tracking app for Overwatch currently, and it's not a paid video to promote the app, not in any way, mostly because Master Overwatch has no reason to pay me to crap all over their app, because I'm largely going to be criticizing it today, and even though I am going to criticize it, I actually really do like the app. I use it often, I really enjoy the data that it gives me, but I don't enjoy the way that most people interpret the data and the way the app leaves it purposefully vague. It kind of makes people think they're better than they are, and it leads to a lot of additional salt and competitive. The gameplay you're seeing right now is me playing Zarya. I'm really kicking ass in this game. I'm going to get gold damage, gold limbs, tons of damage block, lots of charge, lots of good stuff. And if I look on Master Overwatch, it'll tell me that I played like a Grandmaster. Now this is a true story. This is just some screenshots from my app. And of note, the stats I'm showing you aren't actually from this exact game. It was from a competitive game that I played earlier in the night, but I also did very good at Zarya because I can play her quite well. Looking at my gameplay and then looking at the stats that Master Overwatch tells me, I would say, wow, I'm really good at this game. I'm kicking a lot of ass as Zarya right now. I've got Grandmaster damage block, damage done, elims, high energy kills, graviton, surges. I'm just like beating ass all over the place. This is awesome. And the next thing I would think, and many other people very logically do, is that I must be really good at this game, and according to this app that tracks everybody's stats, even individual ones, I should be in Grandmaster Elo because I'm clearly playing like a Grandmaster. The Elo system is broken. I've been misplaced. Or a different takeaway that's very common is, wow, I'm really improving. If I keep this up, I'll be a Grandmaster in no time. I'm going to climb Elo a lot based on my individual performance. Both of these are logical fallacies. I'll call them the Master Overwatch Fallacy now. Despite the actual raw, real statistics saying otherwise, it's a fallacy. And you're going to say, okay, are the numbers wrong? Is Master Overwatch lying? Is it a scam app? And I'm going to say, absolutely not. The data is correct, but the data is misleading. Like a lot of those electoral polls or public opinion polls, they are required by law to be factually correct, but they can be misconstrued to be misleading. It's not that hard to do. So let's take a step back and say I did the same amount of damage that a Grandmaster player normally does on Zarya. I was just hosing people all game long and my performance was Grandmaster level. However, it was not against other Grandmaster players. I got these stats against Silver and Gold players instead of against other Grandmasters. It is way easier to pump stats and perform well in lower Elos than it is at the highest possible Elo tier. The true, we'll say, Grandmaster players that Master Overwatch is comparing you to are going to get these exact same stats, but they're going to get them against other Grandmaster enemies that are smarter, faster, stronger, better, whatever, higher Elo, overall much more difficult to deal with. And at the end of the day, slaughtering a bunch of Silver and Gold players and getting Grandmaster-like stats does not mean that you are playing like a Grandmaster. It's also easier to pump stats in lower Elos. It just kind of is. People don't dodge. You can cook Reinhardt's shield really easily to pump up your damage. And I do it more than I should because I'm on this app all the time. But there's another logical fallacy that'll happen here that'll say, okay, maybe if you don't believe that, you'll say, but if I keep Grandmaster level stats consistently and I play like this, then shouldn't I slowly rise in Elo to Grandmaster eventually? As long as I'm doing this, then I should be climbing up to Grandmaster. And I'm going to say, on average, this could be true. That is possible. But there are two exceptions, very common ones that happen more often than not, is that, yeah, you can have Grandmaster level stats according to Master Overwatch, and you can be performing individually well above your Elo for a couple of games, but your overall total average for time played needs to stay consistently very high for you to continue to climb. And even if you do have a consistently very high individual performance, according to Master Overwatch or even regular Overwatch, you can still be a bad player and make bad plays because you're not getting important picks, you're not killing Ana or Mercy and they just get revived, so you get more eliminations and damage, but it doesn't really help your team or anything. You cannot combo your ultimates properly in order to capture objectives. You could be getting boosted or carried or set up by other teammates. Personally, when I play DPS, if I'm playing with somebody I know and they just kind of dedicate teammate heal me, it makes my life a lot easier. Or if Reinhardt gets a nice hammer down, it just sets them all up for you to kill. You can make bad calls. There's a lot of things that can definitely go wrong to prevent you from rising in elo that don't have anything to do with your individual performance stats. And where this annoys me is that I think it causes a little bit of unnecessary salt, because being the most popular app and the thing that a lot of people look at, they look at it and it gives the majority of players that use this the idea that they are better than their peers, when in reality they're similar to their peers. It's telling people that they should be in higher elos, or they're performing in higher elos than they really kind of deserve, which gives everybody a little ego boost, and they kind of want to put themselves on a pedestal above the rest of their teammates, and it creates additional salt in the competitive community, which I personally don't like. I like the friendly, happy-go-lucky nature of Overwatch, and not the argumentative, kind of nasty bits of it. So that is a personal pet peeve of mine, and if anybody from Master Overwatch is listening, I do not have a perfect answer for you. Sometimes it's easier to point out problems than it is to create answers, but it definitely is a problem. And at the end of the episode, I just want to say that numbers are very important. I do a lot of statistical analysis on this channel, stats, game, weapon performance and whatever, but playing well is a lot more than just numbers, and a lot more than just pumping app stats. Just keep that in mind, and I hope you enjoyed this short video. If you did, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Drifter out.